Welcome back to some more Monster Train and Mutator mixes. Yeah, this has been fun so far. I still have a good list of mutators to go through. I do pay attention to comments, even if I'm not always the quickest on replying to them. And I noticed a couple of people have mentioned the mods with mutators, and I will definitely check those out in the future. They seem interesting. There's a couple of good ones in there. One was definitely requested as a run instead of a champion doing the mod that gives you blank pages, and I believe there's a specific blank pages mutator mod that makes it match your current level. So you get level 1 champions 1 through 3 for rings, and then level 2 for rings 4 through 6, and so on. So that should be interesting. But that is an option that I will probably do a little bit in the future. I mean, I still have plenty on all my series I want to do, so don't worry about that. I don't know. Is that a worry you have? It's not a worry I have. I'm going to keep playing. But yeah, this mutator mix, right? Mutator mixes, we are doing what I consider a positive, a neutral, and a negative modifier for our mutators, and we are going to keep doing our rotating random streaks. Now we are Penumbra, and our mutators are the Elite. We start with Hammered Chestplate, Scorched Steel, and Worn Grindstone. This is actually a really good one if, super strong if you're Primordium, right? +5/+5, possibly +5/+10 if you go Superfood. Just amazing. But we're not. We're Penumbra. It does get our Shade Splitters. Our Morsel is nice and beefy, but that's something else. We are getting Permadeath, though. That's interesting, right? I feel like this, you got Elite Warriors, but they just die. Now, Permadeath has a good and the bad with it. We'll see what we can do. And then this is just going to make it rough. Arduous Arcana spells cost +1. Oof. We'll see what we can manage with that. That one's just a rough one to navigate outside of Tethys. Oh man, 0 cost Stings, 1 cost Perils. Wow, thanks game. 3 cost Cave-In. That's going to be interesting. Daedalus the Experimental, Wings of Damnation, so Junk Fell, Seraph the Chaste. Goodbye status effects. Yeah, give me the stuff. So we are with the Allied Awoken. Now, I could do Jack Strips, right? Jack Strips just kind of makes the early game trials free, which is really nice. Concussive Coals is good against Fel, but otherwise unnecessary. We'll take the Jack Strips just for the decent start. Alright. So Glutton does actually survive against Divinity with 25 health. So that's technically an option, right? Of course, we could just go Trample. Trample's amusing. Could get it quick. I could get it multi-strike. I do have the start of an Ember Drain package, but not necessarily enough to get the win. We're just going to go Glutton. That can let us do also a 2-floor setup. Ooh. Now this is an interesting one. Vapor Funnel helps us survive against, just everything. But Lightstone Casing does let me re-up my spells to more usable status, thanks to Arduous Arcana. So I think that's actually what I'm going to use. Alright. And so we can drop these and just go like here. Yeah, see, this is the really nice thing about that. We just kind of blast through the enemies with our... Look at that. This is the good of early Jack Strips. Let's just get a heal and extra draw. Now, it doesn't really matter about those guys, trying to take them out because they're just all going to perish anyways. Let's just get more stats on the top dude, and we can heal you up to full health. And we get 82 in the boss, right? We're going to start out really strong. This doesn't seem like much, but +5/+10 as a unilateral buff is actually decent. Also, these morsels are pretty good chump blockers to come in with. Something I should be keeping in mind. Now, this is, of course, all pretty good spells. X spells do not get affected by Arduous Arcana. And so I'm going to take the Forever Consume because that's just a frontline tank clear. We're going to skip those. Those are all just, ooh, not pretty. Alright, what do we find? We find a large stone and health. We find double crucibles. I'm still going to take a Crucible Warden. I probably won't use it for quite some time. But the Warden is, at the very minimum, a good infusion, in my opinion. Alright, we spell chain you. We give this piercing, and we are doing super, super well there. Alright. Permadeath. Must keep in mind the Permadeath. I've lost 25 shards to that, but whatever. I think I'm going to be fine. Does mean I'll probably just play this guy top and not do anything with you. Make sure I actually save that. Alright. Excuse me. Ooh, meant to mute that. Didn't happen. Yeah, we're just gonna do this. We can drop you down. Alright. We get our morsel, which we can just do this. Now we take out 2 enemy units. We can drop a new morsel. Take out the 3rd one. Oh no. I just realized that kills my guy. This might be a restart. 'Cause that is 200 damage I have to deal. Yeah. Wow, that extra 5 taking out my champion was, I'll honestly say, very unexpected. Let's not lose the lifesteal, so we're gonna have you attack. And maybe not losing that lifesteal will help us out here. Maybe. Alright, let's pay attention. So that's 26 plus 8, 34, 35. So no, that does not kill. So yeah, that lifesteal definitely needed. Not wasting it earlier. Definitely a correct decision. We just do another 40 into the boss. And because these guys are coming in at 13 health, at least for now, they're going to survive against sweep. Still going to be an issue against Divinity. Another X spell is good. X is great against Arduous Arcana. Razor Sharp Edge with -2 is still good pump. Ooh, there's a Thorned Hollow. I could... Well, technically there's Thorn Eater. I don't think it's necessary. It is fun, but it's harder to get morsels out, so we're going to take the Sweeper. And we will actually go to the Merchant of Magic. Right, we can put a holdover on this. And we actually can put a... If we put a -2 in it, that's 6 Ember for free. But we definitely need to put a minus something. We also want a -2 into the Razor Sharp, which is good, but I think we just do -2 here. That's 6 Ember. We don't worry about it. We don't really need much intrinsic. Now we can also start getting this guy, you know, nice and healthy. It's just -1 that. And purging cards, yeah, let's get rid of restores. Bone Dog, you're great, but you are not a removal. Do I need intrinsic and on anything? I don't think so. I could intrinsic like a Shade Splitter, just for the Ember. But no, no. If we intrinsic that, it takes one more turn to get what we actually want from the deck, which is our holdover perils. Now, you definitely need something like a quick. I think we still just do. Doesn't matter what I sting. You on top as a boss killer, you on mid as soften. We just kind of keep pumping this up, taking out units. Yeah. I think we are doing decently well. I mean, 6 Ember a turn is just strong. Let's get a chumper down there. I think you're still just going to be able to carry anyway, so as long as you just, you know, don't die to damage, which you won't. Alright, we blast that. That's 12 damage, so I can chump here and then put you in the back to kill the backliner. Morsels taking out enemies is great for us. Alright, a 31-22. Not the most exciting of sweepers, but it's going to be good enough to bring us through here. I think we do double this up here. We put you down here, you block 16, so you get us one more round of attacks. Actually, 2 more rounds. Oh, and the permadeath. I forgot about the permadeath. Because I'm a big, smart person. Channel Song, Cycle of Life, Wretch. Don't think any of that is really needed. Yeah, skip. Very unfortunate. Animus of Will. You're our final hope for me to stop messing up. The Animus will not get an infusion. It will take a large stone though, right? Free damage shield is good. I do think these still cost 0 when you get them, but I think the free damage shield is what we want. Now I could go trample into you. Nah, we'll just make you bigger. We can hope for a trample or a multi-strike. But otherwise we can do something not to kill our unit for once. 23-48. Do I think I should have dropped them in the other order? That's fine. We're just gonna start pumping up the front guy. There we go. Let's get out 3 morsels. I'm gonna sting you. You're only 7 damage, so we definitely hit you with some blocks there. We can throw that down, and we at least get a little bit into the enemies. Yeah. Alright. That takes out you. If I sting, that does not take out that enemy, so we're just going to do it like that. Of course, that guy being there is scarier. Though we can chump a lot of the hits with just a morsel. Right, we chump all the hits with the morsel is what I should say. But is it going to be enough? I mean, we're doing 300, so it's what? Basically just kind of 2 rounds. We need health. So we Put out those two, get a little health. We do a little bit more damage. 5 whopping damage. Thank you, Morsel. Into Mr. Spikes here. Whew. There we go. Big expel, keeping our banner unit alive. Can I manage to keep it alive the whole time? Maybe with a grovel. Skip. I think a grovel will work. We really want like a multi-strike. Could give it endless. Endless isn't horrible. Sorry, we really want a quick. That's what I should be saying. We really want quick. That is good. We can do a piercing sting. 145, 155. We can do another 25 there. So that's what, 180 plus another. Okay, we can still hit 200 without having to be forced into a dupe. Let's re-roll. I guess we can do quad strike. We definitely need a way to keep you alive, though. So I think we just keep getting rid of spells. I mean, a 20-card deck is pretty decent. We've lost a good amount of things. Taking spikes here is a big risk. Why I take it, who knows? It's a good question. I'm already doing number drain. Why would I do it this way? Who, once again, can answer? Alright. Give you the buffs. We can take you out. Anything to save my friend up here from some damage? That comes down with 16. 14 does make... Oh, it's 11. What am I saying? 14. That's at least enough to block you for a turn. We get the damage shield. We can blast. We only need 60, so we need 2 Ember. The sweep and the spikes. So we blast once here, and then we take that out. Yeah, that works well. Here it doesn't quite matter. Let's see, that is still 610. You're coming in with 11, so you will survive. We'll just chomp and we will gain a bunch of damage shield. And I think at this point we're doing pretty decent. 18, so you are just all going to die. But on the other hand, you know, 270, 280 damage with piercing is good. I will take another upgrade slot. That actually could be very useful for us. Skip all of those though. Ensnare still amazing even at 1 cost. It's a great card. Let's go dupes. Ooh, I think actually just 1 floor space is good. That's more space for more morsels. And we need more survivability now. That's a really good Merchant of Steel. There's a dupe here though. I think this is where we actually do want to dupe this grovel. More damage shield is definitely needed. Ugh, junk. We desperately need to just start surviving. We will take that big chunk of damage right away. Once we get our perils, we are set though. I can just lower you a floor because that does an extra 2, so you will die next turn. Now, I'm going to set you to 4 health so you also die when you come up. Man, that's a lot of junk. Thankfully, I can spend all of this and take out that frontliner. So the question is, can I scale quick enough through all the junk they're sending my way? Because it is a lot. Alright, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So whatever's getting hit is taking 2 hits. We need attack. We're going to save that morsel. Just more morsels in general is good for us. Alright. So that can chump the damage, and we just get 1 more damage shield. So we are building up a little bit of damage shield, which is good. We just want the extra draw. Get some more damage shield. Let's see what the morsels have to offer us. That just barely dies, I think. Excuse me. Yeah, because it takes 15, 16 exactly. Let's just get more attack as much as possible, and we'll just drop you here for funsies. Alright, we do get 3 morsels again. 6 damage shield is a free 2 rounds, which does get us there. Definitely feeling the need for that damage shield. Let's take another multi-strike. Another quick would actually also be really strong. But I think we can do more with the multi-strike. Sure, cleansing water. Another multi-strike. No, I think 4 hits is going to be good. There's a quick, thank you. Quick is going to help us a lot. -2. And an intrinsic. This takes a little bit of consideration, doesn't it? Let's think. So intrinsic, I could do intrinsic perils, gets that rolling quicker. No, what am I saying? We intrinsic a grovel. Get that damage shield right away. -2 is good on furnace tap, because it's fun. We do need to purge a couple more things. We get rid of restore and restore. We do have plenty of damage spells for shards next round. Yeah. We'll just take another one of you and continue on our merry way. Alright, we do need you to defend us. 15, you block all 3 hits. Now we take out 2 things, yeah. Okay. We just need to get our scaling as quick as possible, and there it is. You block all the damage, and 90 into you is very good for us. Ooh, that is a lot of incoming damage. Okay. So we do get the blocks. That could have been scary bad. We just up our damage shield. That's how we have to play this. We just have to, we need you to do a 100. So we're gonna chump and then drop this. We can spend 2 more Ember and we'll do exactly 100. So let's up our attack by a little bit and then blast that guy away. That's a big wave. That's fine though. Especially since we can just, let's hold this one down. We can sting out that guy and we're pretty well set here now. We are losing a couple of damage shields when those things come up and trigger, which is annoying. But I think we're just, we're doing fine. Let's just draw 2 more cards. Actually, why did I do that? I should have stung that guy. That is my own mistake. Health, attack is great. We can get rid of this guy. Do 200 into the boss in total, which is pretty decent. I mean, we have a good amount of damage shield. We can keep one down, and then we razor sharp the other one, so they both die to jack strips. Jack strips honestly doing a lot of work for us, which is great. And then we just we don't have much of a worry here. We do some damage shield. We can drop a shade splitter. We can chump. Could almost cave in for funsies. Very cool. Gem Trove, no. That's 5 of my 6 Ember around. So we skip. We take some more money. We say, hey, a Divine Temple, what do you give us? A -2 could be very useful. Another +10 piercing. +10 piercing is probably the one I wanted to see the least. Mask Penumbra is more draw, which is very good for us. We could double stack here. We could also double stack. Actually, we're going to double stack the Grovel. Make the other Grovel free. We're going to re-roll. Come on, remove Consume. Nope, a holdover. Darn. I gambled and I lost. It's okay. Well, that doesn't... I was hoping for a remove Consume and then a -2 here. Would have been great. And so we just got a normal Furnace Tap. That means sometimes you get by, sometimes you don't. We'll put the -2 on a Prismal Dust, though. We'll just make you piercing, so now we have more pierces. Hold over. We could hold over the other one of those. That is really not needed. -1 in Snare is a pretty decent proposition. We'll probably just purge a bunch of junk. Like Cave-In. Not needed. Okay. Honestly, what else don't we need? We only need some morsel generations. We have plenty if we just use the 2 Grovels. So I think actually we get rid of these Shade Splitters because they keep us from drawing the Grovels as much. Goodbye, Shade Splitters. Hello, 15-card deck. Now we are going to take a beating on our scaling here, which is an issue. Morsels do get us some scaling, which is nice. Let's just hold you down and just start doing as much as we can to the boss. Now, the more we can keep our mid-floor alive, the less issues we are going to have later on. Let's not deal with... Well, we can deal with Ember Drain. What am I saying? Because that means we're going to have more Chaste triggers on mid if that guy stays around for us. So let's give you some damage shield and we can chump. And then with the rest we can just put into you. Keep the 290 guy around. Let's just take that out to get more into the boss. I want to do 138 to that just to get rid of it. Which means I can spend... Well, if I do this, now I only need 120. And that also gives me an extra draw. Alright. Let's keep that one down. Keep your damage shields up. Give you a couple more damage shield, and then we can get you some nice beef. Sting, sting, and we'll just blast you for a bit to soften you up before you come up. Yeah, see, now it also goes mid-floor, which is saving our scaling a little bit. Let's just chomp and drop that morsel, and now we can focus more on top. We just blast the middle as much as possible. Good. I mean, we'll definitely take that big hit later on. But for now, I think we're scaling really well, honestly. Keep this guy down. You just want to blast things. I want the extra draw. I want to get that 10 draw around, at least. I guess I could have, because of this. Oh, I have an 11 card deck at the moment, don't I? So I am literally drawing everything in my deck every turn. I'm such a genius. Let's keep the tank down. We're going to give you 2 damage shield and a chump. We sting once there. And that way it only takes 1 attack to get through it, and we still get a little bit into the boss. And now we don't care about the bottom at all. We just scale up top as much as possible. Ooh, that's a good one. Let's get our defense up. You can have the leftover morsels. Let's hold you back. Yeah. And let's just see what we get. Let's just keep you down. I guess we can actually sting. And we can blast the boss for 100 damage. Alright, is that enough? It is. Well, ow. We actually want that damage because it's funnier. Let's just give you some more damage shield. And bam, 100. Alrighty. That's a pretty confident win into Chaste, honestly. Sure, blank pages. Blank pages is hilarious. But if I'm drawing 10 cards a turn, I'm not going to do that. Get the blank pages, so maybe I have to force myself into only drawing 9. It does mean I won't see my whole deck every round, which is what it is, but I think we'll be fine. Now, the downside, of course, is 19 attack. My morsels will not survive. So I have to be careful with my morsel selection. Alright, I can draw 9 cards. Soul Guard. Let's do it like this. Let's get you scaling on attack. And I kind of like having this Soul Guard, so I think we'll try to keep it around as much as possible. So we'll give you a bunch of damage shield, and 10 piercing's not worth much. So we'll just do in Soul Guard to get a little bit more damage through. Now I have space for one more soul and my unit, so I think we can just kind of... I got the wrong... Well, no, it doesn't matter. Let's just... You need more damage shield. Just do that. That's going to get the Frostbite to clear out some enemies, which is good. Right, I need to drop these in the right order to actually give my stuff spell shield. Now I can't drop my morsels. You are lower on damage shield. Sure, we can give you some of that. You can just go down there to perish. We can do this. Very cool. Get my attack higher. Another sting. You're my main carry, so we definitely want you to have the damage, and we do want to clear that guy. We're doing, what, 600 at the moment through the boss? I mean, we can, I'm going to stick you 5 and 5, of course. There we go, damage shield. I got the right one. Just start dropping things. Like no tomorrow. We do want to do 100 into that boss. That's probably a good idea. Yeah, that's an easy kill. That floor perishes, but I accept their sacrifice. Alright, you definitely need the most. You're just Ember Drain, so I can drop all of you down there and not be upset about it. We could use another champion, right? This floor's getting cleared. So let's sting once here and blast out that guy. And another Spikes 40. Let's take it. I mean, I could have played that bottom and actually been smart for the next round. Let's just not deal with you. That's not fun. Alright, let's put you to 6. We can just give you 2 lifesteal because why not? 3 lifesteal, perish one of those, more attack. Just blast you. Primordium? Oh no! Let's just... Oh, that's pretty funny. We're gonna have a super sentient down there. 6 damage shield going into you. Very cool. We do, though, want to scale our tops, because top is still our kill floor. You do not exist for me. Still everything dies here, so let's just give you more stats. This can perish. Might as well get Primordium a few more damage shield as well. We'll save ourselves an attack. We can get 900 into the boss. Very cool. I mean, this is one of the few instances where this is actually probably better than other Soul Guard. 7 times 48 is... I mean, let's do 7 times 50. There we go. 350. That's easier to remember. We got another Soul Guard. We've got a lot of Soul Guards. Once again, you do not exist. Let's give ourselves a damage shield and then more damage shield. There we go. We dropped that one. Let's keep your life nice and high. We get the attack. We got a really beefy sentient in middle, 7 damage shield. Another Primordium, hilarious. But we got a very easy kill here, right? Yeah, doesn't matter. Primordium, at least get 1 attack in, thank you. Well, we get a nice 420, was that? That was a 60? Yeah, 60 times 7 was a 420 damage Soul Guard up top. That's great. All right, run summary. So yeah, that was interesting. The elite definitely useful, right? Helping my banner unit stay alive. Not the first 2, but mind you, those died. That happens. But it helped Animus of Will stay alive a little bit more. It also gave that little bit of extra attack, which was needed. Penumbra, a little bit of extra attack, which helped it survive a little bit longer, especially with the life steal. That's actually really useful. There is a surprisingly large difference between 20 health and 25 when you're high shards. Now, obviously, this Lightstone casing was amazing. Helping me triple stack spells like this Perils and this Grovel to be super strong. Could have gone more in on the Furnace Tap, but I tried to greed for the Remove Consume. Didn't get it. Should have taken the greed I was offered if I was playing smart, but I pretty much already had the win, so it didn't matter. More damage shield, more unit upgrades. Yeah, those helped a lot. I did lose 2 banner units of Permadeath because I just wasn't thinking. My mistake. Arduous Arcana does hurt, but I played into it with, first off, triple spell upgrades, -1s, kind of needed to play a lot of these spells. The Perils are 1 cost, really hurts, but if you're going to Perils route and you have it 0 cost, especially with Spell Chain, this Arduous Arcana is really easy to get around. Same if you have, Conduit Tethys and you're doing incant builds. It's pretty easy to get around. But yeah, honestly, surprisingly strong when only your side gets +5/+10 and not all units, including enemies. Makes this a super strong one, whereas Brawl is just like really brutal, honestly. But that is that end of that run. So thank you for watching and have fun.